fall in love with my life. And today I can say that I learned to romance with anything, everything that comes to me. That's because when I reflect back on my life, I believe nothing happened randomly. Rather, every experience, good or not too good, has been a preparation to who I am and what I do, and love the woman I am today. And I find my life extremely exciting, and let me share some experiences that has helped me just be me. I grew up in Mumbai, the eldest sibling amongst four. The age difference between my younger sister and me is just 5.5 years. I spent a lot of my playtime to mother my little sisters. As we always had a home full of guests, my mom was busy taking care of them. I remember that one incident. Mom was out with the guests and I was perhaps just 10. I cooked and fed my little sisters after we all came back from school. When I think back, I feel I grew up too early. In spite of being an introvert, I never shied away from taking responsibilities. My upbringing was more inclined towards developing home skills. I was never asked how I fared in school, rather how I conducted myself in front of the guests. A bit fast forward. I got married at the age of 19. I entered a home full of strangers, took up responsibilities of taking care of the house, family members and daily chores. The values and tolerance inculcated by my parents played a very important role in my adjusting phase. Gracefully, I became a part of my beautiful new family. Little did I know that all the skills I learned while growing up are going to be an asset as a homemaker. I became a mother at 20, my oldest son Bardhan and Bilansh at 23. I was too young to be a mother, to understand how to even grow up two boys. I was a child myself, still finding my feet. I knew something I was doing was not right, and I wanted to make amends. In between growing children, taking care of everybody, and the daily chores, I had lost myself and I wanted to do something. Before I realized, I was already 35. In 2007, I enrolled myself into a counseling course, not to become one, but to understand life, myself, and to be a better mom. I'm so glad I did what I did. I found a new language to connect to my emotions and feelings. This was a starting point to self-understanding, self-realization, and to discover myself. My interest grew in the subject, but there was a major obstacle. I was not even 12th pass. Because I was married off at the age of 19. Understandable. No college accepted my application. But I wasn't going to give up. I chose alternative ways of learning, was ready to learn anything that came my way. I took up diploma courses like life skills, family constellation, NLP, sound healing, learned Vipassana meditation, and many more. Just everything that would add value to my life and of my family. I was back being a student again for over 10 years. I grabbed the opportunity to be a facilitator at Christ in Mount Carmel College so that I could spend more time with the younger generation just to understand my boys better. Back then, I didn't have any personal goals or dreams, but I dreamt for my children. And I had big dreams for them. I realized I have this never to give up attitude. I will move mountains to see my children successful, which every mother dreams of. Today, I feel so proud to share that my children are working towards fulfilling our dreams. Be it taking our 50-year-old family business or supporting my business venture. We as a family believe in each other so deep that my home is a paradise of happy, compassionate, and caring people. The year 2012, one of the worst phases of my life. Call it midlife crisis, everything that could go wrong went wrong. I hit my rock bottom. Being a counselor, helping others, I wasn't able to help myself. And that was killing me. I was devastated and unable to come out of the pain. Therapy was helpful to some extent, but while going through all of this, my physical health started to deteriorate. My cholesterol went high. And in some time, it got alarming. I was looking for alternative ways of healing, but my family doctor was very upset and didn't want me to take a chance. But I was sure I'm not going to get into any medication. You know, when you truly desire something from the core of your heart, the universe conspires to make it happen. And something powerful happened. I believe there's always a better plan for us. I stumbled upon whole food plant-based lifestyle. It was a life-changing moment, and from then my life mantra became, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And that is whole food plant-based. Today I happen to run India's first whole food plant-based restaurant called Just Be by Nidhi Nahata. Isn't that incredible? From homemaker to a counselor to a psychologist. How did I open a whole food plant-based restaurant? It's so interesting when I look back. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm in love with all these reasons. I'm glad I embraced serendipity. The higher intervention took care of me and guided me to the path I would have never dreamt of. I remember on 5th of June 2016, after I watched the documentary Earthlink, something shifted within me. I instantly turned vegan and gradually shifted to a whole food plant-based lifestyle. I understood something very profound. Unhealthy body cannot have a clean and a clear mind, but a healthy body has a clean mind, and that is because we are what we eat. I first revamped my entire kitchen. My cholesterol levels dropped. I got rid of my childhood migraine and rosacea, that's a skin allergy. My husband's acidity reduced. My older son's asthma got cured. We all were experiencing a good health and were a lot more happier. One day when my older son wanted to go out to eat, and he started to look up for a whole food plant-based restaurant in the city. To our surprise, we couldn't find any in Bangalore and not even in India. That night, I couldn't sleep. I woke up with a burning aspiration to start such a restaurant, which would be a home to all those embracing this compassionate path. I remember having this conversation with my husband, Tarun. He was a little skeptical because we didn't come from a restaurant background, and I told him, it's just food that we need to serve and make. What's the big deal about it? I have been doing this since my childhood. He looked at me and smiled, a smile which I didn't understand then. I shared with him about that one thought that was lingering in my mind. Why wouldn't the right thing work? Why wouldn't healthy food be accepted? We embrace unhealthy patterns and negativity so effortlessly, but we put so much effort to be positive and make mindful choices. I was determined to make this work at any cost. While the construction was going on, I enrolled to study nutrition and started to help people with health consultation. I gave cooking demos so that I could break the myth that healthy food is boring. I gave health talks even if there were 5 people in the audience so that I could spread the awareness about the upcoming restaurant. There would be somebody to come and eat. I'm from old school. I come from the time when word of mouth worked. Soon my younger son Devansh made me understand that times have changed, and he took over the digital marketing, mastering the social media game for Just Be. I would say that cholesterol was a blessing in disguise. I found my purpose, my passion. It definitely wasn't a random thing. As though the universe chose me to spread the awareness about nature's pharmacy. Mind you, it's F-A-R-M-A-C-Y, not P-H-A-R-M-A-C-Y. Through my restaurant, And I have to share with all of you that Just by Nidhi Nahata recently received the best vegan restaurant in India. This award means a lot. It's not an ordinary award. This is to breaking the stereotype, choosing the less traveled path. I went against the business norm, supplying something that was not in demand. And achieving this hasn't been an easy journey. I didn't know much about the industry, but I believed in my vision. Not a single consultant or a chef believed in my concept. Behind my back, they would take my husband aside and tell him, "Sir, why are you investing in such a business? Who will come and eat at your restaurant where there is no meat?" Understandable. But no dairy, no ghee, no butter, no cheese, no maida, no sugar. I mean, these are all taste enhancers. Healthy eating is for home kitchens. People go out to indulge. How is it ever going to work? With difficulty, we found our first chef, who thought this project was short-lived, my fantasy, and will fizzle out soon. To his surprise, I'm still here. Didn't give up. Even the first week of our opening, our whole F&B team disappeared. I took both my boys, my sister from Mumbai, a friend of mine, joined hands. We jumped into taking orders, served food, picked up plates, and did everything that was needed. It was an opportunity for me to interact with my guests personally. And I thank them deeply today for still being our loyal guests. Jaspi was sustaining but not growing. There was a period when we were on the verge of closing because we didn't find the right leader to understand the concept and to hold the team. My heart was crying. Not because I was attached to what I had built, but I couldn't allow the right food to fail. I knew that this could be the biggest discouragement to all conscious and compassionate ventures. And I wanted to be the inspiration. My prayers were heard again. My husband's school friend, Chef Anthony, whose entry was the game changer, who's here today in the audience. It took a lot of convincing to bring him to the small startup. From that day, there has been no looking back. Experienced and great minds think critically, creatively, and with empathy. And I will never forget the wisdom he shared. Jaspi can never be operated as a restaurant. It has to be an extension of your home rhythm, he said. And homes don't have rules. Bring the essence of love, serve with care, greet with smile, and radiate warmth. This was easy for me because it came naturally to me. No one needs any formal education or have English-speaking waiters. From that day, I dropped being the founder and I brought Indian values in the forefront. Today, when guests visit Jaspi, they don't visit my restaurant, they visit my home. Every passion and purpose. Every passion and purpose-driven business cannot be mimicked. It needs to flow from the heart, he said. Nothing happens randomly. I just opened my heart to life, and I believe he was sent by the universe to guide me and uphold Jaspi. I accepted everything that came along my way. And give me any challenges, any situations, any circumstances, or relationship in life. I will convert it to the best thing that could have happened to me. Because really early in life, I made a choice. And I made it clear to myself who I don't want to be. I never wanted to be unhappy, grumpy, or sad when things didn't go my way. And I'm glad I did what I did. I worked everything around to be happy, healthy, and became the most interesting version of myself whom I am in love with. My biggest learning of life that I want to share with all of you, Just be you, and the world will adjust.